Alright, so this is going to be a quick video showing how to open up and disassemble this ASUS or ASUS F512D notebook PC. Alright, we're going to be replacing the battery, but also quickly go over the components inside. Alright, we're going to use a JIS-1 screwdriver to remove the screws from the bottom. You want to keep them in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we got 3 here, and then 4 down here. Okay, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, so I don't know if somebody worked on this before, but so far this screw in the back here is longer than the rest, it seems. And then the other ones seem to be a little bit shorter, and then these are probably the shortest. But anyways, yeah, you don't want to mix them up, so try and keep them in order, okay? So get out the rest of these screws. Okay, one more. There we go. Alright, so now that we got all the screws out, we're going to have to pop the bottom cover off. The way I do that, I open the computer slightly. You don't want to push on the palm rest, but you push, on the trackpad or touchpad, but you do want to push on the palm rest. So I get my fingernails in the gap here, and then while I'm doing that, I push on the palm rest here, just like that, and you can see we can pop the cover off. Okay, you can also use plastic pry tools if that works for you, but I find this works a lot easier, and that's what I use. Okay, so now that we got the front lifted, we're gonna pull it up, and then while we're pulling it up, I just slide my fingernail in the gap there, just like this. Okay, and you can see we popped up a bunch of it. We're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. So kind of pull it up. I use my thumb to push down and then my fingers to pull up, and then you can again slide a pry tool along there. Okay, then we got to go along the back. This one can be a bit tricky, but basically separate the layers. Okay, and then while you're separating it, these ones here can pop out, but again, it's going to be a little bit tricky, so keep that in mind. Right, so what I do, kind of pull it up. Oops, I accidentally clipped it back down. Then we get that, and then kind of back here is where it's a little bit easier to pop. You can kind of push on the hinge here while you're kind of pulling up, and actually that came out a lot easier that way. Okay, so there we go, and we got the bottom cover off. Alright, so main thing we're going to do is replace the battery here. The battery disconnects right here. Let me actually get a thumbnail or screenshot here for a thumbnail, so we'll just leave that there. Okay. Alright, so inside here, M.2 PCIe NVMe. I'm just going to point to components because we're not really taking them out. If you don't know how to remove this, I have videos showing how to do that on other ones. But yeah, I believe this is, NVMe because it says PCI Express. The RAM is here. Pull the 2 tabs. I'm not going to be doing much zooming here. They covered the RAM sticker, so I'm not sure what type of RAM. Let's see if I can. Okay, we can peel it up. or 4 gigs, PC4. 2666V. Okay, so this is PC4 2666V RAM. We're going to go ahead and put this back in. Just go in at an angle and then click it down. CPU soldered to the motherboard. There's the fan here, and it kind of seals off with the bottom cover. That's what this white line is. The plastic cover has this to kind of guide the air. You can see this raised part. Okay, so basically it blows air through this piece out here and then here. This isn't a very good heat sink. There's no good like thermal radiator fins. It's just this thin piece of metal that helps just spread the heat out and then blows it out. But at least the fan kind of goes through this and through the CPU cooler, this part. But yeah, I don't think it's a very good design. You got the fan here, 2 screws, and then the connectors here, and this board for the 2 USB ports as well as the indicator lights are here. Connects to this cable, and this has a little flip latch to flip it up and then you can disconnect it. The cable appears to connect underneath the motherboard. Alright, there's only 1 stick of RAM, so you can't upgrade. You can only get a single stick. Speakers connected here. You can see the cable runs along to the other speaker there. Wireless antennas run along here, and then 1 wireless antenna is here and 1's over here, so they're actually attached or stuck to the speaker. Okay, you got this connector here, which I'm not sure what it's for. I think it's if you get a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, there's probably supposed to be an adapter you can get and connect there. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and remove the battery. So I'll zoom in for this because that's the main part of this video that I'm actually going to be showing. To make this easier to get out, we're going to remove the wireless card. So there's 1 screw here, okay, And if you want to remove the wireless antennas, you can pull up on the tails and then you kind of keep the wireless card down. But I'm actually going to just pull the whole wireless card out like this. Okay, and we're just going to unroute the wireless antenna wires here. Okay, just like this. All right, so now you can see we got these out of the battery. And then we also have these here. There's one screw, another one with the JIS1 screwdriver. We're going to remove that. Okay, so now that we got those screws out, we also need to unroute the speaker cable here so it's not holding the battery down. So kind of just lift it up and get it out of the way. Helps to use like tweezers, but you can use whatever you want that helps you get it out. Okay. Once you get it unrouted, these little corner ones aren't over the battery, so you can leave those there. Then we're going to lift from the right side. Actually, sorry, I didn't even disconnect the battery yet. My mistake. Normally you want to actually disconnect the battery first. So slide this latch up like that. Once you do that, you can pull this out and that disconnects the battery. We are going to have to remove this middle bracket to get to the to remove the battery completely. So let's go ahead and remove those. There's 3 screws. Okay. Sorry, hopefully you guys didn't screw up your computer by by removing other stuff first. Also, I didn't mention, but the LCD LVDS connectors here, very important that you disconnect the battery, open the laptop, and press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds before you mess with that cable. Alright, got those 3 screws out. You can move that bracket. Then we can go ahead and lift this up. Again, you want to lift from this side because there's some little latches on this side that hold it down. It actually like swings down and hooks in place over here. Okay, so here you go. And the battery model number is somewhere on here, I think. Here you go. It's really tiny. C21N1818-1, it looks like. Okay, we're going to set that battery aside. Okay, we got the replacement in this box here, so let's go ahead and cut this thing open and see what we got. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's taped on both sides, so we gotta cut this as well. And here. Okay. Alright, we'll open this up again and let's take a look. You can see the screwdrivers and everything it comes with, but it depends where you bought the battery from. Okay. That's what it came with. It comes in this package that's sealed up. We're going to peel that out. They said the right click's bad, but I can't really do anything about it. Like this metal plate is sealed down, so yeah, it's held down with melted plastic. So there's one button here, and then when you press on the sides, it actually knows that your finger is more to one side, and then when it clicks, that's how it activates the battery. Okay, so here's the replacement battery. Okay, they put a tape over the logo for some reason, but yep. Okay, so there's the battery. You can also see the touchpad or trackpad has 2 cables going to the motherboard here, and then there's this is the keyboard connector, and these come out by flipping a latch and you can pull it out. This one is the keyboard backlight cable that's kind of curling over this way, and it's a tiny connector there. All right, anyways, let's get the battery back in because I actually have other customers coming real soon. So we'll just hook this over here. Same thing, you kind of hook it, and then you can see now it's kind of holding in place. Right? Once you, oops, I unhook it, there you go. Then you can drop it down. Okay, we'll get the one screw down here back in. I think a customer just arrived. Okay, I gotta be quick with this. And then we're gonna kind of thread the speaker cables back in. It goes over, under to kind of keep it in place. Okay. Alright, just like that. Alright, there we go. Don't forget the wireless card and the wireless antennas. Same thing, you kind of want to thread it under these little parts of the battery that stick out. Actually, I think the wireless card didn't even need to be... Oh yeah, it did. It did need to be removed, at least from this spot right here. Okay. Alright, there we go. Then we get the wireless card and we'll just reconnect it. It does go in at a slight angle, same thing as the SSD and the RAM. And then you can drop it down and put the screw back in. Okay, so there we go. Get that down and get that screw back in. I don't know if anyone's going to need the wireless card model, but there is one here. If you open your computer, you can actually check yours. This one says 8265NGW. Okay. There's some stuff falling out of here. Okay. Make sure that doesn't go in the computer. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, obviously we need to reconnect the battery. Make sure you don't put it upside down. It has the slots on a certain one side, so make sure you get it in the right way, okay? So get it in, click it down, and then slide that latch back into place. Got this metal plate, we're going to get this, drop it back in place, okay? Then we'll just get the 3 screws back in. Pretty simple, straightforward. I'm going to loosely fit the screws first, just in case something's not lined up. And once we get all 3 screws in, we can go ahead and tighten it down. I'll tighten down this middle one first. There we go. Tighten this one down. And this one down. Good. All right, now let's go ahead and get the bottom cover back on. Pretty simple, straightforward. Just line it up and push it all into place. All right, so get that back in. Click it back down. Okay. Just like that. Okay, make sure everything looks good. Okay, there we go. All right, and then we just get all the screws back in, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if it did, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade or repair their devices. Leave a comment because YouTube likes to see that. And yeah, if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it. You're welcome to stay as I get all the screws back in. We're going to try and power it back on. I believe the battery also acts as a CMOS BIOS real-time clock battery. So when you first turn it on, it's probably going to take a while to start up. Keep that in mind. All right, and yeah. All right, let's get these last few screws in. And we'll power this thing back on and see what we got. Okay, last one. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and flip this thing over. Okay, open it up, power this on. And let's see, is it turning on or okay? I do see the light on the side here. That little light bulb light is on. So we're gonna leave it on, and there you go. The ASUS, whatever you want to call it, logo came on, and you can see it's loading. So that should be it. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.